It's cloudy and dry right now, but Storm Team 8 is tracking icy changes. Let's get to the 24-hour tracking center. Storm Team 8 has team coverage for you this noon. We're going to start with Matt Kirkwood.
Well, thanks, Emily. You saw Storm Track live right there just a moment ago, and you can see the moisture really gathering off to the west. As far as the headlines are concerned, there has been no change as of yet, but later on this afternoon, the National Weather Service will upgrade these either to warnings or advisories or a mix thereof. Of course, we'll update you as soon as that happens. In the meantime, let's take a look at what's happening out there with the current watch. Again, it's still from Ottawa, Kent, also into Barrie, Calhoun counties, and to the north and also to the north and east. Temperatures right now during the daylight hours, nothing to worry about at the present time. If you're heading out during the daylight hours, driving will be just fine with dry roads, temperatures in the 30s. This is what the day planner looks like. I think at the earliest, we'll see some moisture moving in right around mid-evening, and thereafter, it's going to take a little while to pick up in intensity. Here is the latest on Storm Track live radar, and again, snow to our northwest, but the deepest moisture is still out in the western Iowa, moving into southern Minnesota. I'm going to track the initial area eastward into West Michigan. I think this is going to evaporate a little bit before it reaches us, but give it about 6.5 hours to Lakeshore, Grand Rapids, about 8 hours away. So that's just for the light precipitation. But again, once it arrives here, temperatures will likely be below the freezing mark in many areas, so that's worrisome. Then we have to talk about ice. The last storm gave us mostly snow. This one will likely give us mostly ice, and Laura has more on that ice forecast.
Yeah, and we are talking about that ice not really moving in until after the midnight time frame, or at least when any ice would accumulate. Take a look at this ice forecast right here. Starting this at midnight, notice how really nothing has at least accumulated on, say, the deck rails, the fence posts, or the trees. But as we advance this forward to about 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, look at where we start to see it. Really along and north of Interstate 96, Grand Rapids to Ionia, Greenville, Fremont, Hart, Shelby. We can pick up some light accumulations here. And this is the time frame for me of greatest concern, between about 2 a.m. and 7 or 8 a.m. This is when temperatures will be close to or just below the freezing mark at the surface, and we advance this toward 10 a.m. and we're really seeing the final stages of this batch of moisture moving off to the north. At the same time, we're going to have temperatures warming, and that is going to help one thing. Any ice that has fallen or freezing rain that has accumulated is going to be melting as we head through the late morning hours and early afternoon here tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. We want you to help us stay on top of this ice that's headed our way. Take pictures of what's happening in your area and then send them to reportit@woodtv.com, or you can upload them to our Facebook page.